What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Grave Media. This is Josh here, checking in on you out there in YouTube land. YouTube, I have a doozy. I'm telling you right now, I hope you're sitting down. I hope that you've got a few minutes to just prepare yourself, because I don't even know how I'm going to describe this film correctly on this platform. I don't know if I can show any. We'll see if we can get some clips through. I'll see if I can put some video or some stills up there. This is the first time I've someone suggested a movie and I just went out and watched it. It's been on my list for a little bit. Everyone always says that, right? I watched this film for the first. We're just gonna start, right? Is that cool? Hold on. Thank you for being here. Remember that I love you. Remember that I care. Tonight we are talking about 2017's Trauma. Check it out. And shout out to my buddy Mitch for recommending this beast of a film, this absolute cutthroat, just vile, wretched, horrific film, dude. I'm telling you right now, Mitch, this one's for you. A friendly fair warning, I was struggling to piece sentences together to describe this fright flick from 2017. But one point that was abundantly clear: what happens to the victims of trauma are ultimately left utterly and violently broken, with battered and bruised personal lives, shredded families, addiction and substance abuse issues, or in this case, much, much worse. Trauma is nothing short of an endurance test. You think you've seen the worst horror movies or experienced some extreme disturbing cinema? Well, this one right here is going to test you. Sometimes films can be so vile, nasty, and mean, but they usually have some sort of punishing but enlightening or redeeming quality. I don't know if that statement is true of Trauma. The first 8 minutes are going to leave most people reaching for the damn remote. What the hell is this thing, and why did I need to see that? Trauma wastes no time with crucial plot points. For the first time in a long time, my brain shut up and I began to try and contemplate what was taking place on the screen. What in the serious hell is happening here? I was typing up. How in the fuck am I going to try to describe this on YouTube? It's mean, vile, and nasty right from the opening frame. Forget a Serbian film for the next 107 minutes. Trauma takes that championship belt of most extreme scene and unflinching messed up family frame and it just rolls it up and smokes it, dude. I'll try to set the table for you and explain it the best I can. The film opens with the woman bound and chained. She's being monitored by servicemen or, generals from the army of some sort. They're barking commands to her at gunpoint. They go on to show her son, who is... She's pleading with them to just please spare him, and what happens next is beyond traumatic. I underestimated this film. At gunpoint, he is forced to perform. The camera zooms in, the camera zooms out, and cold steel is placed against the mother's head. Holy shit, this movie right here is a different animal altogether. The rest of the plot, though, is a pretty familiar one. It almost could be just a slasher film. A group of females on vacation in South America. Alcohol, dancing, graphic nudity set the stage for a knock at the cabin door, and then some extremely intense assault. Man alive, the violence and aggression on screen is in your face, and it goes on forever, or about 10 minutes. I'm not saying, completely forget Martyrs or Inside or, what you can kind of expect from a violent revenge film. But this film has some scenes that you definitely feel like you're going to need to take a shower afterwards. Young children forced into something wicked. Infants are implied. The sounds of this film are unbearable. Trauma uses the true crimes of the 70s the Pinochet, the Chilean regime, to try and maybe offer something redeeming about the dangers of the past and what can ultimately happen when power and authority take the place of human decency. But unfortunately, Trauma is just a gauntlet at times to get through, and it's not that it's even hard to look at. It's made exceptionally well. Similar to a Serbian film where the director knows what he's doing, it's just hard to watch what happens and what takes place on screen. Excessive gore, yeah, check. Pain, suffering, murderous torture that just compounds interest as it hacks and slashes across the screen? Yeah, fucking check, man. There are elements from a lot of really classic slasher films, like I said earlier, in this film that are just revenge exploitation flicks from the 70s that are peppered all the way throughout this film. If it has one redeeming quality, it's that the revenge of the female prisoners against the generals and their assailants and, the other victims of trauma that are just kind of doing what they were taught to do, that are just struggling, trying to cope, is the revenge and the comeuppance from the females to those... It does not shy away from the gore. It is the go-ahead gore score, right? Like a touchdown. It brings it, man. Absolutely. The reality of the violence, it almost doesn't immediately register on the screen when you see it, because so much of it happens in the daylight, which is awesome. It kind of like is a shock to the system when something that brutal, it just makes you say, like, what the hell am I watching? Like, did that really just happen? You know, you do get like prisoners tortured and bound like in like tunnels or caves or something, but it's all a lot of this is happening during the daytime. You're flashing back to like the wartime and going through the different, I mean, it's a lot, dude. This is the kind of film you get when you mix a Serbian film, high tension, I spit on your grave, basking, and I don't fucking know what else. I really don't know. Some sort of war crime flashback history lesson, I guess, that just goes fucking hard in the paint. And for all of that, while it might sound like this is just a warning to you, like you should not watch this film, it's not what I'm saying. I was completely entertained. I would recommend this to the right people at the right time who go out of their way to kind of seek out these kind of extreme, disturbing genre exploitation flicks. 100%. Super well made, full of stomach churning effects, dismemberment, and shocking crimes of that era. It just does. It takes a piece of you, dude. I mean, it really does. It left me feeling gross and bad. And I mean, that's what these kind of films are supposed to do. I think if they don't, then maybe there's something wrong with you. And someone's gonna be like, dude, you're such an edgelord, man. You're just gatekeeping the real hardcore. I mean, this is a messed up film. I don't know what else to say about it. This is a film, but I still really liked it, dude. And if this gets a release that's under $78, I'm buying this bad motherfucker all day. Every day of the week, twice on Sunday. This is a fucking conversation stimulator, man. And it's an experience. And it's for those dabbling in the realms of, whoa, that was fucked up. I can't wait to tell somebody about this movie. This has got to be somebody else's problem now, right? At least that's how I think. When I watch something that's that brutal, that extreme, that just gets me, I'm like, someone else has got to watch this and tell me what they think. I can't wait to tell somebody about it, right? So yeah, is it the most intense film, the most messed up film, effed up film you're ever going to see? I don't know. That's really subjective. I'd say that the first 2 or 3 scenes, though, are more than most people would ever venture forward with. 100%. It does have killer music, style, tone, effect. This is a revenge film that is just like it sounds. Traumatic. I mean, there are some scenes, man, in this film that are so fucking brutal. I mean, anytime kids and infants are involved, like, you expect to be shocked a little bit, but there is some torture and sadism on full display here that, yeah, I mean, this is shocking. You got like a mask, you got a headshot, you got a face being ripped off, a cheek bite, bodies covered in acid, disintegration. Dude, brutal. Revenge is the name of the game, and business is good. It's going to disturb most people. I think the ending of this film, it makes the juice worth the squeeze for me. 100%. If you're looking to ruin your evening and your Thanksgiving holiday ham hole, this thing is streaming uncut HD on Roku with just a few commercials, and these commercials are like 15 seconds each, and there's 2 of them. Or you could go over there to Tubi and find your next rabbit hole with Trauma in SD with commercials every 10 minutes that are like 4 minutes long. So you do the math, man. You decide. I've seen a lot of messed up, twisted, effed up fucking movies, but I am now on the hunt for this thing now. 2 things can be true at the same time, right? You can be revolted, shocked, and completely interested into experiencing it again, because something like this doesn't exist all the time. Something so wretched, so foul. Yeah, I loved this film. So yeah, folks, I mean, user beware, viewers use caution, parental discretion, whatever you want to say. There are a couple of scenes, I mean, you've been warned, all right? But it is streaming fully uncut. I could not believe that. It's an hour and 47 minutes. That is just an absolute train wreck, dude. Right into the basement of hell. 100%. Absolutely loved it. Thanks again to my buddy Mitch down there in Furnace Rex. Appreciate the recommendation, man. I watched this film like the first 10 minutes back in 2017, but that was also the year that my son was born. So I think that what was going on when I started this film, like it didn't sync up for me, man. And I need a little bit of space from it. So I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a film that's gonna get under your skin and leave you just speechless, and you're gonna have to, I mean, this is it. This is the film. If you want to see more from me, dude, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media. There's a lot more coming. We got the Dude Who Loves Movies coming on tomorrow. It's going to be a lot more lighthearted. I think it's going to be humorous. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to go through some 90s horror films. We're going to talk about some food, maybe some Dunkaroos, maybe some, Butterfinger BBs. I don't know if we're going to have enough time, but it's going to be great. So, look for that tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Pacific. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Cheers.